Hello everyone, welcome back to Pavni Teachers. Today in this video, we'll discuss loops concept in Java programming language. We have only four different types of loops concepts in Java. Those are for loop, while loop, do while, and for each. This for each is also known as enhanced loop. Okay, what exactly loop means? Loop is nothing but which execute a set of block, which executes a set of blocks repeatedly. For example, if we want to print 1 to 5 numbers before the loops, we need to use 5 different print statements. 1, like this, we need to print 5 different statements. So, I'll run this code for your clear understanding. Here we can see the output 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, now by using the loops, we can reduce the number of lines. So let me tell how. First, I'll explain for loop. This for loop is used when we already know how many steps the loop will run. I used to put 1 and I should be less than or equal to 5 and I plus plus. I'll explain this syntax. The first one is int I equal to 1, which is initialization, and the next one is condition, and the next one is increment. If for loop we'll have three things. One is initialization, and next is condition, and the last one is increment or decrement. Okay. So first, while entering into the loop, it will initialize the value, then checks the condition, then goes inside the body. So inside the body, I'll just write the statement that is to print I value. Yes, that's it. So now I'll try to execute. I'll comment these 5 lines and just check what exactly happens with the loop. We got the same output as before. So here, what exactly happening is we are trying to reduce the number of lines that are repeatedly used. Okay, this is a for loop works in Java. So now let me quickly go to the while loop. I'll comment this. While loop is used when we don't know like how many times we need to iterate the loop, and it is also depends on the user inputs. So syntax of the while loop is first before the while loop we need to initialize the value and why I should be less than, again I want to print like 5 numbers less than or equal to 5, and I will be incremented, and I want to just check what is the value at that particular iteration. That's it. Let me wait for a few more minutes to get the statement correct. Okay, now I am running the code. Yeah, we got the same output. The difference is nothing but here in a for loop we'll get to know like how many iterations it will run. But in while loop, while we go in further examples, we'll get to know exactly how while loop works. But try to understand the syntax and how it works. In while loop, first we need to initialize before the while loop and then write the condition and then increment the values inside the while loop, like modify the values. Okay, this is how while loop works. And now let me quickly go into the next loop, that is do while loop. Do while. Do while loop is used when we need to execute the body of the loop at least once. At least once, if we need to execute body of the while loop, then we use do while. I'll explain how exactly this works. Okay, again here I am taking I value as 5. The syntax is again here same like while loop we need to initialize the value before the do while loop. So the syntax is do system dot I dot I'll just print the I value. And here condition is and let the condition is while I is greater than 6. I know this condition is failed, but what we'll observe is this condition will get executed at least once. Okay. So now I'll try to run this code. Yeah, we got the output as 5. Okay. Hope you got to understand what exactly do while works. If suppose I put here I is less than 6 and increment the value inside the while loop, let me just check what you get output. And open the terminal. Yeah, we got the 5 sim. So I'll just change here condition as 7 and again I'll run this code. We got the 5 and 6. So I'll explain the iteration about how exactly this works. At beginning the I is 5. So it will go inside the do while and prints the value of I which is 5. Okay. And increments the value of I which will become 5 as 6. Then it will check the condition. If 6 is less than 7, yes, it is correct. Second, it will just go into inside the body of do while loop and prints the I value, which is 6. Then increments the I value to the 7. Then again, it will check the condition where if 7 is less than 7, no, it is wrong. So it will just terminate the do while loop. Okay, this is how do while works. And next, we have enhanced for loop, that is each loop. I'll explain what is this array and all in next video, but for now, just try to understand the syntax and all. 1, comma, 2, comma, 3. Array is nothing but stores the same data type in continuous location. Try to understand only this for this video. Then in further video, I'll explain exactly detail what array is in Java. So enhanced for loop is nothing but it will holds the values of collections or an array. That means for the syntax is for int some x value and the collection name. So if we here we have not needed to work on indexes. System dot out dot print of x. It will just directly access x holds the value of 1, 2 and 3. Uh, and it will increment by itself without writing any conditions. Now I'll try to run this code. You will get to know the difference between normal for loop and for each loop. Yes, we got a 1, 2, 3 output. So it is very simple. In this we will not increment any values and anything. It will automatically do the work itself. It will access the each data in the collection. That's it. Okay, this is how loops works in Java. Thank you for watching. And here I'll give few questions for practice. Print 10 numbers, 10 numbers. Print 4 table. Add first 5 numbers. Try to solve these 3 questions after watching the concept above. Okay. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe for further content.